Hulk Hogan is gone. And while white America clutches his pearls and rewatches old Hulk Hogan videos, I would like to say on the behalf of the black community, we don't give a fuck. We remember a man who was quiet as a mouse when black lives were at stake. We remember leaked tapes soaked in the N word in fear of his daughter laying beside a black man. We remember his voice, not trembling with remorse, but firm in his conviction, as if whiteness gave him divine authority to judge our worth. This country, white America, will mourn him as if he was a hero. But to us, he was just another racist, another symbol of American hypocrisy, muscles swollen with nationalism, do rag tight as hell with fascism, selling pride while swallowing prejudice. They say don't speak ill of the dead, but what about the dead he's never spoken for? The Trayvons, the Tyreses, the Aragonas. Hulk Hogan was a fascist Trump supporter. Hulk Hogan was a foot soldier for the American lie. The lie that fame absolves, that you can pose with MLK quotes while planting Confederate roots, that racism is just a bad PR moment, not a belief system. So, no, us black people will not drape his casket in nostalgia. We will not fold our fists into forgiveness, and we will not apologize for it. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Legacy does not escape injustice. The ancestors keep the books balanced. And sometimes death ain't closure, it's just the next trial. Rest in power to those he mocked, those he feared, and those who saw through the show.
I've always said the hardest thing to be sometimes is a black wrestling fan. Because if you understand the history of wrestling, hasn't been kind to black people. Now, this is an odd way to start off because we're talking about Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan just recently passed. But if anybody understands Hulk Hogan, like the wrestling fan in me is sad because he is one of the Mount Rushmores of wrestlers. Like the guy that progressed WWE to where it is now. He is the essential reason. Other people like Macho Man Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake, and your other people from the 80s, And then like Hogan is iconic to where he still have fans that are little kids and still love the fuck out of Hulk Hogan. And like someone that is just like, you see him is just like, that's the guy, that's Hulk Hogan. He has motherfucking in fighting games, there are a couple characters that's kind of like resemble Hulk Hogan. Alex from Third Strike and damn it, I forgot what was his name from World Heroes. Have you ever seen him go number one? number one. Hulk Hogan. Excuse me, I'm just eating popcorn. Hulk Hogan is what his name says, the immortal one. He is someone that's been immortalized. He is someone that, like, in this business, like, I should be bawling my fucking eyes out as a wrestling fan. But because of that racist shit that, happened in 2015 and him saying, like, all that N-words, it's just, as a black man, you're like, fuck that nigga. I hate saying that, especially since he's dead, and then it's just like, I'm not like a Charleston White, I don't speak ill of the dead, because I know a lot of people on Black Twitter was just like, oh, we smoking on that Hogan pack. Oh yeah, it's just not like just saying, like, this man has been the integral part of him being the NWO, the red and yellow, the mega powers, what you gonna do? Even when he was just promoting the WWE Network and they was calling him Hulk slogan, is let me sell you something, brother. But you also hear, like, the more older, the more you hear about how he didn't put a lot of people over, or like he had an image to protect, which is a lot of wrestlers. It's kind of like that. Even some of your favorite wrestlers is just like, oh, I'm not just going to put anybody over. I got an image to protect, or some shit like that. Look, like he has one of the most iconic matches with The Rock and Hogan. Like that's one of the most iconic matches of all fucking time. I should be in tears. Like the same way I was in tears with Muhammad Ali. Hell, like the same way I was in tears with John Witherspoon when he passed away. I was in tears. And like, cause he was pops. He was always pops. He's the reason why I call my father pops. Cause it's just like cause of that. It's just cause I used to just call him daddy, and then like I watched the main part that was calling him pops. I was just like, oh, it's pops. You know, like hell, Michael Jamal Water. I even shedded a tear for Michael Jamal Water. I saw that. Damn. And that one, even that one, kind of hurt me because I want to do a think piece on him too. But yeah. But this one, like I don't know how to feel. And I'm dead ass really don't know how to feel. I'm not gonna disrespect him either because I'm one of those dudes that don't disrespect the dead because but I also it's just like the black side of me is like fuck that nigga. He didn't like obviously he showed his true feelings how he felt about black people and like he really didn't do nothing to try to reconcile it or try to fix that. So he just kind of let that hang, and it's just like as far as I'm concerned, most black people never forgot about that. That's why, like when you see most majority, and I've been seeing majority. I know most people just like rest in peace and all that other stuff, but also a lot of people was just like, oh, I'm smoking on that Hogan pack. I shouldn't, I'm not a smoker. First off, I'm not a smoker. So the fact that I'm even saying smoking on that Hogan pack is diabolical in itself. Okay, but, like I said, it's just one of those, I don't know how to feel. Because, I can't not acknowledge what he's done for the wrestling business because he's done a lot for the wrestling business to where, like I said, it's to where he is one of the main reasons why wrestling is as big as it is now. And then, get there from the Attitude Era to where it's at now. But a lot, you see a lot of the wrestlers when they be in the ring, they do the Hulk Hogan shit. When Hulk Hogan come in and, the wrestlers go in, it's just like, you do the Hulk Hogan poses and shit. It's fucking Hulk Hogan. I should I should be doing it. When Bray Wyatt passed away, nigga, I was hurt. Bray Wyatt was my favorite wrestler in that time. As I'm speaking, I'm tearing up now thinking about Bray Wyatt. That's how much his death really fucked me up because. And I don't want to spend too much on Bray Wyatt because I can feel myself tearing up. When he had that return after and he was back, and then I saw him and I was excited. You don't understand, and Father could attest to me. Goddamn, I'm tearing up. Like I said. These tears are not even for fucking Hulk Hogan. They're for fucking Bray Wyatt. But anyway, yeah. But when I saw him had that return on that pay-per-view, and it was just like my man Bray Wyatt is back, and then him coming back, and then doing his walk with the lantern, and then just that, all of a sudden you feel when he died, that shit hurt. And then this memorial, it was just I can't. Even reading how other people like Hulk Hogan was their heroes, and like I said, wrestling wise, I understand. If Hulk Hogan was your hero, I understand 100% fully. It's sweet. I get it. You may not even be a racist, but you love what Hulk Hogan done did to a business. Hell, if you're a black person, you I think because my cousin, he's older than me, and he grew up on. He's an older person than me, big wrestling fan, just like me. But he grew up more on the Hulk Hogan era. I was more or less Attitude Era. new era. Either Hulk Hogan was either still, because I know Shawn Michaels was becoming a face when I started watching wrestling. Shawn Michaels was either the face or becoming the face, and I think Hogan was either in WCW or but the NWO didn't happen yet. But I think Hulk Hogan was in the WCW. Not sure, but anyway, Hulk Hogan is, like I said, the face of wrestling. I can't fucking not. Like, it's just and then like the whole NWO, they brought in NWO and all that other stuff, and like he has two of the most iconic theme songs. I still love his theme song, even though a lot of people don't like him. I still love his theme song. I will sing the "I Am a Real American" shit. I do not have a problem singing that song. It's a very good. First off, that song that he is a very great theme song. Let's just be real about that. It's a very, very catchy theme song. It's one of the greatest theme songs ever. I don't know if it's in my top 10, but it's definitely an iconic theme song. When you hear it, you do feel some type of patriotism. And it's just like, that's how you're supposed to feel. But that whole thing about that whole racist shit and then spoilers, and then like him not trying to reconcile that or try to fix that, it still bothers me. It still bothers a lot of black people. But I'm pretty sure a lot of black people feel like I do. I don't even want to call this bittersweet, but I don't know how to feel. And this is just me. And but I'm not gonna disrespect his legacy, because to me, disrespect his legacy is disrespecting wrestling in general. But as a person, it's so like, I think I just have to bring it like this. As a wrestler, he will be missed. He will be missed. Like I said, one of the most iconic names in wrestling. The man, he should be on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Whether you love him or not, you cannot deny he is on that Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. Now, whoever the other three, you could put that in there. Obviously, I had Stone Cold and The Rock. It'd be Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, and Undertaker. I know a lot of people would say John Cena, but I would pick Undertaker myself because it's the Undertaker. But but if you said John Cena, I wouldn't knock that either, because John Cena that's another name. But obviously, we're not talking about John Cena. But yeah, Hulk Hogan belongs on that Mount Rushmore. I don't give a fuck if you like him or not. He's on that Mount Rushmore of wrestling. And he wasn't even was he the greatest wrestler of all time? No. Was he the most technical wrestler of all time? Far from it. But what he did for the company, you cannot ignore. So, I'm just gonna say this because I think I done said much. So I'm gonna just bottom line this. As a wrestler, Hulk Hogan, you will be missed. Thank you for giving as much you can for the business. You're an icon, you're a legend, and I hope for their sake that you rest in peace and what you stood for, the whole eating your vitamins and minerals and like that. As a person, I'm not gonna say fuck you, but obviously you wouldn't like me anyway. You probably call me a nigga out in my face or behind my back. So it's just like, I do not smoke, but if anybody say I'm smoking on that Hogan pack, I am not going to oblige or object. I'll be like, smoke one for me. And that's about as respectful as I can without saying fuck Hulk Hogan, like Iron Sheik. But that's about as respectful as I'm going to get. So, let me know what y'all think. How y'all feel? Are y'all feeling the way I'm feeling about Hulk Hogan the same way y'all feel about Hulk Hogan? Because, especially if you're a black and a wrestling fan. Because I tell you this, I say this all the time. I've been saying this forever. Ever since like you kind of like opening this stuff. Being black and a wrestling fan is one of the hardest things to be, because like you're there for all the racism. And then when people that don't watch wrestling just like finds out about all the racist or dumb shit that they let slide, you as a black wrestling fan, oh yeah, I remember that shit. Whether it was funny or not, it was just like, you didn't have a problem with that? I'm sorry, it's entertainment. Because most people just like, well, it was entertainment. So, like I said, as black wrestling fans, we let a lot of shit slide, and we know this. And then sometimes it's just like, I'm not saying we don't care, but it's just like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But the memes are funny, especially the smoking Hogan pack memes are funny. I think all those are funny. The one where he's about to spray NWO and it's just N, and before he does the W, because I'd seen what that looked like, but it's like N and it looks like an I. I said that's funny. I people knew how to fucking sell this, but anybody that did that, I knew that was black. And anybody that's like had Hulk Hogan and like someone smoking a Hogan pack, I knew it was black. But again, I'm not going to disrespect the wrestler unless if you find this disrespectful, then so be it. But I'm not going to super duper go crazy and disrespect them because I know a lot of people just like rest in piss, and it's like I hope Hulk Hogan is in hell or some shit like that. I'm not going to go that far. But like I said, if you want to smoke the Hogan pack, smoke one for me. And that's where I'm going to end this. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Oskina Fly, and I'm out. Peace.